A lot of different things went well for you guys. Obviously, the opponent had something to do with it. I get that, but Corey Manigault, I'd like to start there. Seemed to kind of maybe respond pretty well tonight offensively.
Yeah, he did. I just told Corey in the locker. I told the team in the locker room after the game. Corey's had a long year in a lot of different ways, but I think over the last 2 or 3 weeks has really committed himself to practicing harder. And I thought, and I actually noted Vance as well. We have some guys that are just practicing a lot better, and it's showing up in the games. And unfortunately, for us this year, we've just had some guys go through some stretches where they're not practicing at a high enough rate for me to feel good about them going out and consistently being good, like in competition. So I'm really glad that he broke through a little bit because he has really committed himself in practice here of late, and I'm glad that kind of results showed up on the court because we as a team, we have to continue to get better every practice, every day.
Follow-up to that, Corey's a guy who some of the issues you've spoken about are in those moments of one foul called against him or something like that.
Yeah.
He comes back to the huddle and says something, or he just kind of maybe sucks the energy out of the team a little bit. Do you think he did well with that tonight?
It was these guys all have we have a rule where if you're going hard enough and you ask for a sub because you've been playing so hard, you pull yourself out of the game, and then you can put yourself back in when you're ready to go. And it was the first time this season he put his hand up and came over and said, "Coach, I need one." And he's never done that. And to me, that's a sign of growth from thinking mostly about yourself to thinking about the greater good of the team, and it was a big step in that way. I'd love to say this is all going to be smooth sailing from here, because me and Corey, it's been an interesting year in a lot of ways, but I'm really happy for him. I'm happy that he had the night that he did, offensively in particular, and actually defensively to kind of play the wing in the zone, which is kind of new for him, or some of the things he was doing. He did some good things out there that he hadn't done yet this year.
Coach, truly, the greatest significance of this win tonight for your team?
I'll be able to tell you Saturday, Henry. I think this is really a build-up to Saturday. I just talked to the guys about that now. We're in the locker room talking about Fresno right now. It's obviously a big game. If we can build and take some things from this that's going to help us on Saturday, then it's going to be a good – this would have been a good game for us. But if we're not able to kind of take this forward and use it in a positive way into our next game, then it was just one isolated, independent game.
Put some stops on, and then you just took off and ran away. How did you do it?
Second half defense, we had 9 deflections at the half, which is really poor. We ended up with 30 for the game. I thought that the defense to start the second half was really good, so I thought we came back out of halftime and really guarded. I don't know what the half started, but I thought we did a really good job guarding the first few minutes of the second half, and I thought that set the tone for the game. I wanted that to be the first 4 minutes, but I was watching their game at Nevada, ironically, before we played Nevada, and when last time we played Nevada here, their next game was San Jose, and I think everyone was assuming, okay, Nevada's just going to kind of blow the doors off them. But with, I think, 2 or 3 minutes to go in the half, it was a 6-point game, 7-point game. And now Nevada really stretched it in the second half, but San Jose can kind of do that to you, especially at the outset of the game. I thought they did a good job tonight of doing some things that prevented us from getting into a good rhythm, and we needed our defense to carry us. And quite frankly, in the first 20 minutes, our defense just wasn't doing it. But I thought we did it in the second half, but particularly to open the second half is where I thought the game changed.
The team was shooting under 30% during a couple of minutes during the first half, but obviously the offense picked up pretty well. During halftime, I heard the team talking about defense a little bit. Were there any specific goals you gave them? Because I believe they mentioned one.
They didn't meet that goal. Well, there was a goal going into the game and then a goal mid-game, and they met one and didn't meet the other, but they can tell you that one. We didn't meet our goal. The goal was to hold them under 50 points, and we didn't do that.
Paul, you talked about the need for a point guard in this team to have thick skin to take the heat. And Keith has been a different player the last 6, 7, 8 games.
Yeah.
What is it about him that has changed? I mean, has he gotten tougher, or what is it?
I think part of it's just experience. You know what I mean? I think it's his first year at Division I basketball, and he's a 3-year kid. He played junior college, but even in junior college, He had a terrific finish to his season, but it really only happened in January. The first half of his freshman year, he really didn't play. So you're just talking about a really younger kid. You assume junior college, maybe sophomore. He's a little bit further along, but he's kind of a freshman, and he's just a younger kid that is obviously very talented, but has to work through some things. And a lot of times where he's getting yo-yoed in and out of starting lineups or minutes or whatever, unfortunately, a lot of the time it's off-court things, just things in his life as a young man. I want to see him grow and mature and develop, and unfortunately that affects his playing time at times. So I think as that all kind of comes together, I think we all know he's going to be a talented player. We wanted it sooner rather than later, but hopefully this is a good step for him.
Back to Corey, you stick by a young man who maybe went through a rough patch. You stick by him, help him grow as a person. Is that a gratifying part of the job? For sure.
For sure, provided it continues to go that way. You know, it's up and down with a lot of kids. It's up and down with me. I mean, it's up and down in life sometimes. But I think as long as you just have the right intentions on both sides and you're working towards being the best you can be, that hopefully moments like this will be good breakthroughs.
Coach, heading into these couple of important games coming up, how important is it to see Vance and Dane move the ball well and your team with 5 assists?
I thought Vance was terrific tonight, and I don't even know what he ended up with, but I quite honestly thought it was his best week of practice of the season, and I thought it was one of his better games of the season. I thought he just played. He made a couple passes I talked to him about that he probably tried to put too much on it, and that's just a kid being a kid, but I was really, really proud of him tonight. Just not even tonight, but the build into tonight. It's easy in our team, our program, our community to kind of let things get to you and maybe become negative. But he stayed really positive. He's very committed. I'm committed to him. I hope he's still committed to me as well. He did that this week, so I'm really happy that he played well tonight.
Awesome.
Turnovers were at 10, and in a game like this where you got walk-ons coming in at the end and everybody's playing and just kind of having fun because the game was out of hand, but at the end you still keep it at 10. Is that something that was talked about during any of those timeouts?
No, we really went into this game talking about rebounding more so than turnovers. I'll be honest with you, like I've said, I've tried to kind of stay away from turnovers for a while. I was harping on it so much, I almost felt like it was becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, don't turn it over, Jeff. Don't turn it over, Jeff. Don't turn it over, Jeff. And you turn it over. So really over the last 4 or 5 games, we don't even talk about, we talk about what would prevent a turnover, which is good ball movement, getting the ball inside, doing the right thing so we can prevent them. And I'm hopeful that will help us going forward. But tonight, our key, really all we've talked about for a few days is rebounding, and we really weren't great there. I thought they hurt us on the offensive backboard. They're big. They do a very good job of it, but we need to do a better job on Saturday in order to be on the right end of that game.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.